In this GlassTracks training video, I'll be covering how to enter non-purchase order related invoices. Those would be things like ordering something from Amazon or maybe from Staples, where you don't want to create a purchase order and receive the inventory in and have it hit your inventory. It's things like buying new pens, which is what we'll do here from Staples. So the way that you're going to do that first is let me show you how I have Staples set up as a vendor. So I'm going to come to my accounts payable master files vendors, and I have Staples set up right here. I have their default main GL account hitting my office expenses general ledger account, and that's going to come into play here as I put in their invoice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce here now to my enter transactions, still under accounts payable, and I'm going to tab or enter, and I'm going to put in my Staples vendor, and I'm going to choose other invoice. Let's say I'm spending $35, and I'm doing that on new pens, right? New pens. Notice how that 5300, that account 5300 for office expenses auto-populates. Now I can click in there and I can change it if I need to, but because I have that defined as my main default general ledger account for this vendor, it will auto-populate when I do other invoices. So that'll keep your costs and your expenses organized on your general ledger. When I'm done, I just hit save and post, and I'm done with that. That'll now be in my vendor's account activity, and it'll also be on my pay bills screen. The second portion of this video that I want to show you is how to use a credit card to pay these invoices. Now you can use a credit card to pay any invoice in GlassTracks, but let me show you how to make it automated and set up a little bit easier for you. The first thing you need to do is set up your credit card or various credit cards as a vendor ID. So I'm going to use Visa as my example here. Now notice I also have a main default GL account hitting my credit card liability right there. So that's when I pay Visa, that will come in on my other invoice. Now, the other thing you might notice is I have a vendor type as a CC right here. Vendor types are created by going to Accounts Payable, Master Files, Vendor Types. I've already got this created, but normally you'd click that N button for new and do CC as the vendor type. That's hard-coded in GlassTracks, so it needs to be CC. And when you do that and you assign these different vendors, credit cards, as CC types, GlassTracks registers them as an option to use on the pay bills screen. The next thing you're going to want to verify is right here in the pay bills screen. Make sure that you're using the new version of this screen. Now you may wonder if you're using the new version or not. If you have the payment method down here and you can choose credit card or wire transfer, then you are on the new version of this screen. If you are not seeing that, you'll want to go to miscellaneous, feature initialization, and it's feature 2221. And make sure that is set to yes. From here, I'm going to show all my bills. Go down to the one that we just did. Scroll down to the bottom here. We got this right here. We'll go ahead and choose this one here, 25 bucks. Or sorry, let's go to Staples. There it is, Staples, new pens, 35 bucks right there. That's the one we just did. Select that right there. And I'm going to go ahead and change my payment method to credit card. I'm going to select my Visa right there, and I'm going to click Pay Bills, and it's gone. The reason it disappeared is because it is now added as a bill to my Visa. If I scroll down here, there it is. Visa's the vendor. There's the $35 now. So what it basically did is it transferred the debt from Staples to Visa. So now when you make your credit card payment, you can click and choose. You can see individual credit card purchases right here if you're doing it this way. And you can even reconcile your credit card statement with what you've got in here if you're doing it correctly. So that is how you do a non-purchase order invoice, which is that other invoice option under the accounts payable enter transactions. And this is how you can do it with a credit card, pay a credit card, and have it automatically transfer the debt over to the credit card to be paid at a later date. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Our email is glasstrackstech@kssco.com. Thanks.